Hello everyone, welcome back to Butterfly Dreams Crochet and more. My name is Jeannie. Today I will be showing you how to do the version number 2 of the Scrappy blanket for 2023, the calendar crochet along. And this is the one we did for version 1. We did 14 rows and we did 5 rows of granny stitches. And then we did our double, our single, our popcorn, and our single. Now I have went ahead and did the first 5 rows on top of my bobble, which is how you would work your blanket. Not bobbles, Jeannie, popcorns. Get it together, Jeannie. Not bobbles, but popcorn. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what I am referring to as the version number 2. And if you wanted to, you could work 1 month like this. Then you could work another month like this and rotate them out. And at the end, you would have 6 stripes worked this way and 6 worked this way. So what we're fixing to do is we're going to add V-stitches with the granny stitch, and then we're going to do the popcorn row a little bit different. So if you are watching this video and you're not sure what to do here, you'll need to watch the video that'll be in the description box of this one to see how you get to this part. It's all the same. Nothing is changed. Now I will say this blanket is worked in multiples of 4 plus 2 plus 3. That is your multiple count. You can make your chain as long as you want your blanket to be. I did 45 on this one, and I ended up with 43 double crochets. And that is very important. You want to make sure that you have the right amount of double crochets that you started your foundation row with. So to get started, I'm going to start with my dark taupe. And we're going to join at the top of that very first double crochet. I'm going to pull our new color in. We're going to wrap the yarn around our hook and pull it through. Now we're going to work 2 double crochets in this very first stitch. So 1 and 2. This will be our first row of granny stitch row. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to work 3 double crochets into that next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Now that will be your repeat until you get to the end of your row. We're going to skip the next 2, and in that third double crochet we're going to work 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip 2, and in that third stitch we're going to work 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to continue that till the end, and I'll meet you when I get to the end of my row. Okay, so I made it to the end. I have 3 stitches left. Now we need to work 2 double crochets in this very last double crochet, but I am going to work my first one through the top 2 bars of that double crochet, just like this. And then to help keep my edges straight, I'm going to work my second one just like this. And that is going to help keep our edges straight as we work up. Now this popcorn row wants to kind of pull it in some, but I promise you, it'll all, once you get some weight to it, it'll all straighten out. Now we're chaining 1 and we're cutting our yarn. Pull your tail through and tighten it up. Now that was our first granny stitch row. Now what we're going to be doing is doing our first V-stitch row. And I am going to use this Bernat Premium. I don't know what color it is. It's bent, my label's flat, folded in where I can't see it. So we're going to start every row the same way. In the top of that double crochet, pull your new yarn up, route, pull through. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet in this very first double crochet. We're going to skip the next 2, and in this third middle double crochet right here, this middle double crochet of our 3 double crochets, we're going to work our V-stitch. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to go right into that stitch right there and work a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, just like that. Let me get some more light. There we go. Now we're going to skip the next 2, and in the middle double crochet of every cluster, you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. Now we're not chaining 1 in between, just here at the first one, and we'll do it at the last one. Skip the next 2, and in that middle double crochet, work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Skip the next 2, work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. That is your repeat all the way to the end, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. Okay, so I made it here to the end. Now we're going to chain 1 here, and we're going to work our double crochet in the last double crochet through those 2 through the side. Work your last double crochet. Now that chain 1 will not be worked into at the beginning and the end. That is just so the V-stitches does not start pulling your edges in. We added that chain 1, that way it can stay straight. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our next granny stitch row, and I'm going to use this yellow, which is actually sunflower, and we're going to join the same way. And we're going to work 2 double crochets into that very first stitch. 1 and 2. Alright, now we're going to jump right over to the chain 1 space, and we're going to work 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. And that is what we'll do for the entire row. Go into the next chain 1 space and work 3 double crochets. Go into the next chain 1 space and work 3 double crochets. to get some more yarn. So that is what you'll repeat all the way to the end, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. Alright, so I made it to the end. I've worked my last 3 double crochets. Now we want to work 2 in the end of this one. So we're going to go right here in the top of the very first of the last double crochet and work 1 double crochet. Then we're going to come down here and go like that through those side bars, and we're going to work our last double crochet. Chain 1 and cut your yarn. And now we're done with that. Now what you're going to do, and I'm going to leave it to you to do, you're going to repeat the V-stitch row just like we did here. You're going to join your new color and work 1 double crochet in that very first double crochet right here. Chain 1, work a V-stitch in the middle double crochet, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip the next 2 and work another V-stitch in the middle double crochet. Skip, skip, V-stitch, skip, skip, V-stitch, all the way to the end. And when you get to the end, you're going to go through the side of that stitch and work your double crochet. Then once you've done that V-stitch, you're going to work another row of the granny stitch, and that will be your last row. You will work 2 double crochets in that first double crochet. Then you will work 3 doubles in the chain 1 of every V-stitch, and I will meet you at the end. And when you get here to the end of your V-stitch, don't forget, after you do this V-stitch, to chain 1 and then work your last double crochet. And I'll meet you when I get to my very last granny stitch row. Okay, so I made it to the last granny stitch row. We have a granny stitch row, we have a V-stitch, granny, V, granny. I like how the V-stitches become like a little zigzag in there. It looks really, really cool. Now the next row is going to be a double crochet row. Then the next one will be a single crochet row. And I am going to use this peach color. Now some of these colors have no rhyme or rhythm to the calendar pictures. I pulled some scrap yarn. So we're going to work 1 double crochet in the top of this double crochet, and we're going to put 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way to the end. And when you get to the end of this row, you should have the same amount of double crochets that you did when you did your foundation row, which was row 1. And in my case, I should have 43. So continue working 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way down, and I'll meet y'all at the end. Okay, I made it to the last one, and I am going to work my last double crochet in that side of that last double, chain 1, cut, and pull through. Now it's important that you make sure you have your 43 stitch, ever how many double crochets you had once you did your foundation row, which is row 1. You should have that same amount up here. I'm gonna pause and count mine. I'll be right back. Alright, I had exactly 43. Now just like here, I have used white for my popcorn row. I did my single, then my popcorn, then my other single. Now for this one, I'm going to use this ecru color, kinda. And it doesn't matter if you use the same color knot on them. It this is here just to make sure that you can differentiate between your months. That's all. So now I'm going to work my single crochet row. And you should have the same number of single crochets at the end of this row as you did double crochets. So go right back into that very same stitch and work a single. And you're going to put one single in every double crochet all the way to the end. So continue putting one single until the end, and I'll meet you when I get to the end of the row. Okay, I made it to the end of my row. I'm going to work my last single crochet the same way I've been working those doubles. That way I keep that edge nice and straight. Cut. Now, we're going to come back here and join that same color. Now, if you want to do your single crochet rows in one color, another color, and do your popcorn stitch in another color, that's fine too. Now, we're fixing to space out. We're still going to do popcorns, but we're going to space them out. So we're going to join our yarn, and we're going in here and work one double crochet in that same stitch. Now we're going to work one double crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to work a popcorn in the next stitch. And our popcorn is working 1, 2, 3 doubles in that next stitch. Pull up a loop. You're going to come back here to your very first double crochet of that group. Insert your hook from the front to the back. You're going to put your loop back on your hook, tighten it up, pull it through just like that. Chain 1. Now we're going to work one double crochet into the next 2 stitches. In the next stitch, we're going to work our 3 double crochets to form our popcorn. So 1, 2, and 3. Come back to your very first double crochet of that 3 double crochet group and pull through, chain 1, and work one double crochet into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next stitch. Work 3 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2, and 3. Pull you up a loop, come back 1, 2, 3, insert your hook, put your loop back on your hook, and pull through. Chain 1. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Work 3 double crochets into the next stitch, 1, 2, and 3. Pull up a loop, insert into that very first double crochet of your 3 double crochets, and pull through. Chain 1. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And in the next stitch, you're going to work your 3 double crochets and then your popcorn stitch. And you're going to repeat that, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. Okay, I wanted to jump on right quick and show you. I only had 4 stitches left after I worked my last popcorn right here. I did my 2 doubles, and we're going to work one popcorn stitch in the next stitch. So that's 3 doubles. Chain 1, and then work your last double crochet into that very last stitch and chain 1. And it's fine that we didn't do 2 at the end of this row. Now I do like this method better than the one before because I don't like the way that curls, but hey, that's crochet. It's not causing it to pull in. Now what we're going to do is join with our same yarn and work our single crochet row. So we're going to chain 1 and work 1 single in that stitch, 1 single in that double crochet, 1 single in that popcorn stitch. Now we're skipping our chain 1 space. We're going into the top of that next double crochet and in the next double crochet. Work 1 in that popcorn, skip that chain 1, go into the next double and work 1 single popcorn, single in that double crochet, single, single in the next double crochet, single in the popcorn. We're skipping that chain 1 right there and going into the next double and work a single and then the popcorn and a single. And that's going to be the repeat. 1 single crochet in the popcorn stitch and 1 single crochet in the top of every double. We're not doing anything with the chain 1s. And you're going to continue that all the way to the end. And this will be the alternative version 2 of the Scrappy Blanket 2023 calendar crochet along. And when I get to this end, I will also, in the description box will be a link to Veronica's tutorial for the blanket as well. And once you get here, you want to make sure that you still have your 43 stitches. So before I cut, I'm going to count. And I'm going to pause and do that. Alright, I had 43 single crochets across that last row. And this is what the alternative would look like. So this is where I completed the January portion, we're gonna say, and then I started the February portion right here. Now I will say this, I know we said use scrap yarn, use whatever yarn you have, but you need to make sure that if you are using Dollar Tree yarn, that it is consistent with the size 4 weight of the other yarns that you are using, because if you don't, it's going to start curving in on the side and going wonky on you. Now I do like this popcorn row better than, and you can poke these in the back, which will make them stand out like so. Other than that, they just look flat, like a bunch of stitches jumbled up in one space. Okay, see how they raised up? I do like this row of popcorn stitches better than this row, because these are all so close together, and it does kind of bring in your project a little bit on the sides. But this is going to be beautiful. Now this is how I will be working up my Scrappy blanket. I will be doing 1 month like this, The next month will be done with the V-stitch, with the granny stitches. And all my popcorns, still trying to say darn baubles, y'all, they will be done like this. So, what you would do next is work your 2 double crochet rows, then your window pane, then your 2 doubles, and then you would start either your granny stitch row, and you would do it like this. You'll start with 2 doubles, skip 2, 3 doubles in the next stitch, and repeat that. Then the next row would be 1 double, 3 doubles in that first space, and 3 doubles in every space. Then you would come back with your 2 doubles, skip these 3, and work 3 in every space in between each cluster. Then 1, then 3 in every space. And you want to end with 1 row with your granny stitch row where you do 2 doubles. Let me explain why. If I count the clusters on my first row, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 3 is 39. I have 2 on this end and 2 on this end. That gives me 43. If you end on this row, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 3 double crochet clusters, which is going to give you 42, 43, and 44. So you'll have an extra stitch. So you want to make sure the last row, that's why I did 5 rows, just like that, because it doesn't matter if you start with this row here, it doesn't matter. I did 5 rows so I could end with the 2 doubles and have 13 3 double crochet groups. That gives me my 43. Then you would do your double crochet row, then your popcorn row, either this way or this way. But I do like this way better. I really do. And then once you got done with that month, if you wanted to incorporate this, then you would do this. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoy it. And let me know in the comment down below if you will be doing both versions within your blanket. Will you do one like this for 1 month and one like this for the next month? Like one granny month, one V-stitch month. We'll say it like that, because this is how I'm going to do mine. Next time y'all see any part of the blanket, now this is not a blanket, this is going to be a pillow. The next time you see anything with this, it'll be my actual blanket. Y'all take care. Be sweet. Be kind. Remember to smile. Y'all know I love y'all. Thank y'all for your continuous support. Thank you for watching the videos. And thank you for leaving the comment. And please give me a thumbs up. And until next time, see y'all in the YouTube streets. Bye-bye.